Today we are playing the game Ecto in the background. I recommend you get it on Steam, it's a very fun game. Now, into the video. So, I've been spending a lot of time making kingdoms. There are 8 of them. I will pronounce them because they're difficult. The Pelagus, the Rursus, the Turtum, the Viridi, the Parvus, the Malleum, the Nuvus, and the Partum. Now, these names are all Latin because I'm really not that creative and I just find it difficult to make up words, so I just nick from Latin. Very fun, very easy, a good tip and trick if you're doing any world building. Now, all this work is based on stuff I've either done at the start of college or in secondary school, and so all of the stuff I'm doing is just improving upon that, and that includes digitising this physical map I made based on this world, and it was really for D&D, but I thought it's part of the world that I made, I'm going to digitise it, I'm going to make it part of this little series. And so here it is. Here's the map, it looks pretty drawable, and soon you'll see a speed paint of me drawing around it, making it nice and digital, or the outline at least. And here it is. So yeah, I'll yap for a bit on top of this speed paint, and honestly it was quite easy to make. It's the first ever speed paint I decided to whack together, and quite frankly, in the software I'm using, completely free by the way, DaVinci Resolve, it was literally as simple as clicking into the software and just upping the speed by 2000. This speed paint is actually quicker than the second one because this one is much less interesting, because really it's just tracing over my own work. But I think overall it came out quite well. I really should have just done it in black in the first place. That is my one sadness. But quite frankly, for a first time doing, I'm really pleased with it. Now, on to what this map represents. So this world was literally cobbled together because I was just making books full of ideas. And these ideas eventually came together. They were decent enough for me to wind them into their own story. And this I nicknamed U3, meaning Universe 3, because really all of my ideas encompassed about 3 different universes to begin with. But then after a while I was able to just fuse them all together because it got so complex that really I could just add a couple more things and they weave together so nicely. I mean, I have about 30 different speculative species under my belt and they all fit quite nicely into the separate ecosystems of the main desert in the middle of the map and then all of the kingdoms. I mean, we even have a reason as to why people own underwater pets rather than cats, because there's this massive tirade that I went on writing about half a book, and it was to do with this statue that had a bunch of cats about it, and if you were to touch the cats, the spines underneath their fur, they'd stab you and you become part of this crazy reverse hive mind inside of the statue, like a weird captive audience. And yeah, basically, because of that, and people, because they know about that, they don't keep cats because those are the only cats within the universe, the ones that put you in the weird statue. And honestly, that was a cop out, which is what most authors do if they're trying to make a good idea. But in the end, it turned out to be a good world building mechanism because then it explains a bunch of other stuff. It explains why there's no cats about, it explains the abundance of dogs, and that's how you get a realistic world, something that is described tangentially by something else going on. But yes, as we come to the end of this speed paint and you see me clearing up my lines and double checking everything, colouring everything in black because I forgot to draw in it originally, we can really observe how the rice drawing method, shows off the randomness that a regular geography would use. And it's cheap, free even if you're using the parents' rice. It's just, yeah, it to me it seems more realistic, and I'd personally choose it over a software. And on top of that, it's more fun to digitize it yourself. Now, let's have a look at the finished outline because I think it's worth it. And there we go, it's a nice outline, it's the right way up. And on top of that, we can see it all colorized very, very soon. Now, on this one, I had no idea what I was going to do going into it. I had my regular map, which was needed for all of the names and stuff, but then I had no idea how I was going to colorize it, no idea what sort of things I was going to add, because of course a bunch of fantasy maps usually have those fun little drawings on top of what you're doing, like the little castles, the little mountains, and I mean eventually I might add those in because I know one of the islands does have a massive volcano on it. Guess which one? I dare you. And yeah, really, it was just a massive trial and error. And eventually I did know what I was doing after I had my little experiment with the desert in the middle. And of course, that took a lot of shading and finding the right brush to do. But right, that's enough of my voice. Why don't we put on some nice music and you can enjoy the speed paint? Well, I hope you have all very much enjoyed that painting process. It was very fun, very therapeutic to do, I remember. And now, why don't we have a look at the very final finished map? Honestly, it's amazing to see this map finally finished, and it was an incredible process, and I'm glad I finally did it. But yeah, all in all, that was the introduction to this project. I expect to do 8 more videos where I go more in depth on all of the fantastic kingdoms that I've just introduced to you. I hope you will have a wonderful time, and thank you for listening. This is going to be a massive project, I hope you're ready.